Changing how we eat is really hard because what motivates us to make any decisions comes from part of the brain near our brainstem, our limbic system, that almost decides for us what's important to us from moment to moment. And depending on what's happening in your day, like if somebody yells at you or you're upset about something, then eating a donut or having some cake can compensate for that. The reason is because all of the dopamine signals that drive us to do things go into this one part of the brain that is where we decide what matters to us. And whenever we respond to a dopamine drive, like for sugar or for reaching out to someone for love or doing a good job at work, there's an opioid release that rewards us for doing that. So when sugar hits our tongue, oh boy, chai, cappuccino. When some sugar hits your tongue, there's an opioid release. So that's your brain basically patting you on the shoulder saying, good job, you did something I wanted you to do. You followed your survival instinct of physical contact, emotional love, sugar, fats, satiety, all these things that we're rewarded for. So it's kind of like we're surfers on a wave. The wave is 90% of our brain that's pushing us to do things to help us to survive and to be happy. And the prefrontal cortex, the conscious part of our minds, is the surfer on that wave that can dance and be artistic and change paths a little bit along the surface, but cannot change the direction of the wave. Trying to just decide, I don't want sugar, is like saying to the wave, I want you to change directions. The wave will drown you. It will kill you. And the way that that manifests itself in the real world is obesity, suicide, depression. That is the wave saying to the surfer, you can't decide what the underpinnings of survival instinct and the core primal version of instinct for happiness is. All you can do is be artistic on the surface and ride that wave. Acknowledge and respect the power of that wave. Whenever I'm working with someone on their nutrition and they say to me, I'm ready to do boot camp, just eat whatever you tell me to eat, salad 3 times a day, I know that they don't love themselves enough to recognize the power of the wave and accept that wave within them. But on the flip side, if all they do is whatever the wave wants them to do and eat sugar all day long, then I know that they don't love themselves in the future. They'll die sooner, they lose mobility, they have disease risk, their lower blood sugar, either from not eating enough carbs or eating too much carbs, leads to depression, bipolar, schizophrenia. So there's a lot of unhappiness. I love the card in the background. There's a lot of reduced physical and mental capacity that comes from just eating in a way that caters to the immediate needs. So if you eat comfort foods all the time, you don't love yourself in the future. And if you don't eat any comfort foods at all, you don't love yourself in the present. So the surfer dances and plays on the wave and recognizes the power of the wave at the same time. So there is free will, there's consciousness, there's thought, there's you as an individual, and then there's also this universal survival instinct that's pushing you underneath. Recognizing those two pieces is how you achieve a happier life through many avenues, but including through nutrition. So whether you're helping your terrible 2-year-old to just want one cookie after they eat a little bit of vegetables, or yourself to eat just one cookie after you eat vegetables, and if you want another cookie, you wait an hour, you eat more vegetables than another cookie, that is accepting your needs right now and your needs and the value of who you are in the future. To me, that is full self-acceptance, full love of yourself, and so that you can be more there for others, which is then loving others as well. That's Dr. Clyde's thought for the day. I'll see you next time.